Yeah, she wants you to give the
Start.
background.
Philippi was an ancient city of Greece founded in 360. It had the original name of Crinades, meaning springs. It was a strategic spot controlling the very narrow pass between the mountains and the lakes that connected the port of Kavala to ancient center of Thrace. It had numerous springs. It was fertile. It favored agriculture and an abundance of wood supplies from the surrounding mountains. Plus, it was endowed with rich gold and silver deposits. And Vito's wearing one.
Oh, cool. That's appropriate.
That's from there.
Okay.
Okay. Moreover, thanks to, wanting to expand his kingdom and seize the mines in 356, Philip conquered the city and gave its new name Philippi, which means the colonist of Philip. And it supported his son, Alexander the Great, and his conquest. And that's where a bulk of a lot of his money came from. When the Romans took over, they constructed the famous Via Egnatia, a road that connected east and west, starting from the Adriatic Sea and ending in the Black Sea. And it was 696 miles long. And this is why Philippi was an important city. Later on in Roman times, when the assassination of Julius Caesar, the Battle of Philippi took place, marked the Roman state move towards monarchy instead of democracy. Philippi was the site of a decisive battle in which Mark Antony and Octavius defeated Brutus and Cassius, the leading assassins of Julius Caesar, marking another important fact. And the Roman colony was exempt from taxes, which made it even more popular. And there was a population there of 10,000, which consisted of Romans, Greeks, and Egyptians, and a handful of Jews. So now we're setting the scene for what's coming. And then we're going to talk about Thyatira, Lydia of Thyatira. And Thyatira was about 300 miles from Philippi. It was one of the seven cities, seven churches. And there were a lot of guilds. There was linen, guilds for leather, pottery, bakery, bankers, shoemakers. And matter of fact, 50% of all the goods that headed eastward came through Thyatira. And in biblical times, purple dye was a symbol of prestige and royalty. It was used to dye clothing and other items for priests, kings, and other wealthy people. Matter of fact, it was more valuable than gold. That was surprising to me. And it was made from seashells. And they're correct. They were processed, and it was expensive to make that dye. Now, who is Lydia? She is a wealthy businesswoman of Greek descent who sold luxury purple textiles. She was a God-fearing and who lived in Philippi. She was the first baptized convert of St. Paul. And what did Lydia do? Lydia and her household were baptized and they led and cared for the first congregation of Philippi. And why is Lydia important? Lydia's story demonstrates the sovereignty of God in salvation. Lydia's story shows the bond that new believers have with other believers in Christ. So now we're going to introduce you to.
After extensive research as well as cross-referencing, Cornelia believes Lydia in the scriptures prime example of today's aggressive, assertive businesswoman. While the story and the dialogue probably did not happen, it's not impossible that it did not happen. Technically, it's called a biblical historical fiction.